stress at all. This is not like pressure
Yeah.
cooker. This is just for fun and uplifting people, because right now it's just like really, really heavy in the world.
Yeah.
Like so heavy. And so I'm just like, all right, people, I've got creative friends, I've got creative family. I want to show you guys off. And so that's what I'm doing on my birthday. So you were talking to me about your clothing line that you're doing.
We call it a line.
It is a line. It's the Brianna line. So yeah, so you're doing puff paint too?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm working in the costume closet at school right now. Or like the costume shop. Not closet, I guess, anymore. It's more of a shop. But yeah, very exciting. All I've been doing right now is kind of like sewing. So there's so many clothes, and then we're getting like a little scanner with barcodes with tags that we're gonna sew into all the clothes. So they get put in the system, and you can just kind of scan them in and out and stuff.
Yeah.
So I've been sewing those in. That's all I've been doing there, but still very exciting.
Are you hand sewing, or are you actually?
Oh no, I'm using a sewing machine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you've been like prepping since your birthday after getting your hair.
Yeah, because we had a choice of like which shop we wanted to go into. And in high school, like I didn't really learn any like technical aspects, it's very much just acting. And so like going in, I knew like, okay, I can do clothes.
Oh yeah.
Somewhat.
Yes, absolutely. You've been a fashionista since like the age of 2. How did you choose and like get into pursuing the arts and music? How did that really ping you to focus on, hey, this is going to be part of my life from here on?
Well, honestly, probably a lot of it was you. Yeah, like I look up to you, and you're very artsy, you know what I mean? And like mom, and I think like we grew up in a family where it was like, you're going to try a little bit of everything, kind of see what you like, you know what I mean? Like I tried sports, wasn't for me, wasn't bad at it, but I was like, this just isn't it. Tried dancing, which I did really enjoy, you know what I mean? Like being in choir in elementary school, I kind of realized early on that like pretty early that's what I really enjoyed. And then so I guess like school, like in middle school I was accidentally put in theater, and now it's my major. So really I just think if the world wants you to do it, the universe really is just going to get it to you no matter what you're doing,
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think definitely you and mom a lot, and like being in like DI in elementary school, having like some kind of creative outlet, because I was so like academically centered, it was all about like academics. I also had that like creative outlet that like was provided for me. So
yeah. Oh, totally. Oh, well, thank you for letting me know that.
Thank you.
Oh, for sure. Where do you pull your inspiration from?
Probably, I think it like depends on kind of like the outlet. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to clothes, like I like kind of going out and seeing the world and seeing like what other people like, and like influence from like a lot of times like when I'm like sewing clothes, it's like, what do I wish I could buy? And how can I try to recreate that for myself? You know what I mean? Like making things more like accessible to me. But when it comes to like drawing, or like obviously like in theater, it comes more from like real life experience, you know what I mean? Because especially in theater, you can't just like make up, you know what I mean? Like you have to kind of draw from somewhere for it to be like a good performance, And I think like music, I mean, I'm not much of like one to write music, but I know when I like listen to music and like when it's the art I choose to consume, I like prefer consuming things that kind of like relate to me, and like I can kind of, you know what I mean? But while it's fun to see things that are like kind of like fantastical things you might not be able to relate to, like fun, it's also really nice to have like art you can consume that you can like relate to, which is like kind of like the art I feel like you'd want to create is something that could other people can relate to, it ties us together as people. I guess our common experiences.
Totally. What do you feel is like not out there right now that you love to incorporate and create for yourself and others?
Well, I think something important is like just people are like we're all built so differently. You know what I mean? Like even people who wear the same size, like you're like still different. Like, you know, every body really is different. And so one thing for me, I think is like I always struggle with buying clothes because it's like I don't want to reveal too much, but I don't want to be like completely covered. Like you want to find something like you're comfortable in and confident in. And I think that's why like making like my own clothes is like it's just like better for me because I know like I can make it tailored to me so I feel comfortable, which I think is like one of the most important parts about clothing. Like if you're not comfortable and you don't feel good, like what's the point? You know what I mean? Like you don't want to wear something that you're going to be uncomfortable in. So like I like making my own clothes because I can make it like adjustable to like me and like fit me well. And I think like while I obviously enjoy making things for other people, like I think when it comes to like clothes, like making it for yourself is such a rewarding feeling. And I saw something recently that was talking about how like you have clothing patterns from the 1920s that are so much simpler than now. Like I've looked at patterns, I cannot follow a pattern to like save my life. And it's kind of because like the like fast fashion, they want you to believe that you can't do it yourself. You know what I mean? So like it is so much easier to make your own clothes than you think it is. You know what I mean? You think it's like it's not accessible, it's not something you can do, but like looking at those like patterns from the 20s and 40s, it's like I could do that, you know? I'm very much one to like if someone is giving me a project, I want you to tell me exactly how you want it done.
Yeah.
Like you need to tell me like I'm not leaving room for mistakes. I'm like such a perfectionist, but when it comes to like art, I guess if you want to look at it in a deeper meaning, then you know what I mean? You kind of have to go off of, like what feels right, like your own mind and like let yourself figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, totally.
Which is like in theater and stuff, you talk about like what is it? Stanislavski? You know what I'm talking about? Stanislavski. Like you hear like people who like they work on like acting on how you should build a character and how you should mark a script and how you should do all of these things, but like while I think that's important, and as a future teacher, I see the value in it. I know it's more important to kind of figure it out on your own instead of like a step-by-step, which can be helpful in the beginning, but I think it's more like feeling things out, you know, for yourself, kind of getting an understanding.
I'm very inspired by you. That's one of the main reasons why I really wanted you to come to this Vibe Fair and kind of showcase you and highlight who you are as a person, because I've seen you, you know, grow. Like, I mean, a little TMI, but I was there in the delivery room, okay?
Mm-hmm. Seen it all.
It's just been a whirlwind of your growth and you being so open. So I greatly appreciate you, you know, trusting our relationship and kind of moving forward with that. So I just wanted to tell you how much I can see your growth and your positivity and your inspiration. The fact that you do want to be a theater teacher is incredible, because I knew this once shy person who is now in the room wherever you go. It's just really, really inspiring. So I just greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Well, you give me more credit than I. Well, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, okay, wow. And I'm not not the best. Literally stuttering as I'm trying to say it, that I'm not the best with words. Literally couldn't even get that out. It's so brave to produce art. Like, to put something out there, like, is so scary. And like, if you have like the bravery it takes to like put something out there, it shouldn't matter how other people take it. Like, you need to look at your own art and be proud of yourself, because that is so like, that's like, I give props to artists because that's so scary. Like, I get so scared showing people like any paintings I've done or like clothes. I'm worried people are gonna be critical. But like, if you like are passionate about it, just do it. You know what I mean? Like, do it for yourself, because that is such a rewarding feeling, is producing something that like you're passionate about. And like, if you find like you see beauty in like what you're doing, like that's so like, I can't even like begin to express the feeling I feel like after a show or after a performance. It is just like I don't even know, it's like a weight's being lifted and you feel so much freer afterwards.
So transitioning into your painting, because I haven't seen a lot of your work. I
Yeah.
haven't seen a lot of it. And so
Mm-hmm.
what do you paint with? Are you more of an acrylic or
Mm-hmm.
oil? Acrylic?
Yeah, I know. I like acrylic. I also like pencil. Like I just like drawing, like sketching. I feel like it's a lot easier for me because I'm not the best with like color and like mixing and like shadows and light. So I feel like with like pencil, I'm like probably the most comfortable, you know? But
Nice.
yeah.
So what kind of drawings and pencil art are you creating right now?
Well, with pencil, I like to draw. I like drawing people, honestly. Like I really enjoy drawing people, and like more like hyper realistic things, I guess. Well, it's not super realistic, but like I enjoy like things I can see visually. And when it comes to paint, I enjoy more like less like real and more like whatever's like on my mind. You know what I mean? Because it's easier for me to like recreate something that I'm just like that's in your head than like something that's real, you know, because when it's real and like tangible, you can compare it and be like, well, that might not be the best. But when it kind of comes from like your mind, like I feel like painting's a lot better because you can just kind of like, you know, just do whatever you want, really, you know.
Mm-hmm. And so whenever you are painting and drawing, are you listening to music? Are you listening to maybe a movie that's going on in the background, or is it kind of like a silent meditation?
I have like a lot of things going on just because I have a really bad attention span. And so when I have like multiple things, it kind of weirdly helps me concentrate more. Because if it's silent, I'm like, maybe I should get on my phone now. You know what I mean? But like if I have a TV show going, I can glance up every once in a while, but like I'll keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to have a science teacher who would tell me like anytime he had to study or do anything like that, he'd play the guitar at the same time because it would help him kind of like just like focus and be less like all over the place. So that's what I like to do. Yeah, I like to like just like watch like whatever sitcoms. I'm a very big sitcom girl. So just like TV.
How many pieces of artwork do you have, and like how big are they? Are they like massive canvases, or are they just like a journal notebook kind of thing?
Well, I do have like some like big canvases. Like here's one that I haven't done anything on. It's just a canvas I have. But
oh, nice.
for reference.
Yeah.
I have some like that. I have some smaller ones. And when it comes to drawing, I usually just get like a sketchbook, you know, just kind of as I'm thinking. Oh, Gigi's holding up a painting in the back.
Ooh, pretty.
Thank you.
What is that one called?
I don't know. Gigi said I. Oh, but the letter.
EY or okay, just I.
Just I.
Okay. How would you describe your vibe?
I asked Gigi about this one, and Mom was like, oh, I don't even know. Like, it's so different. Like every day, I feel like almost a different person. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm constantly changing. You know what I mean? Especially at this point in my life, like I am a different person than I was a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Like every day, I feel like I'm a little different. So I used to make fun of Mom so much for this, but when she would be like, if it makes me happy, I'm going to buy it. But I'm kind of at this point where it's like, just whatever I like, whatever makes me happy, which is constantly changing, but it's like, I just want something, you know what I mean? Enjoyable, you know?
There's no judging. There's only appreciation because art is art. It's art.
That's true.
All right. Well, I love you guys.
Love you. I'll talk to you later.
Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.